from the opening shot, from the opening frame, you could feel the desert heat on your face. It was gritty, it was practical, it was tangible, it was organic. I could feel the grains of sand in my pores. I could feel the warm wind blowing across my face. I loved it. Let's talk about it. That movie is a shit show. What you think you see, what you think you hear, that's what it's about. It's all a theater of the mind. No, it's garbage. It's garbage. Mood and atmosphere. Now that I really like. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I want to see. Hey folks, how you doing? Dave McRae here. Okay, in this video, I just want to give you my first impression thoughts on the first official trailer for The Mandalorian, which just dropped at D23, which is happening this weekend. And I gotta say, I really liked what I saw. And let me preface my thoughts by saying this, for you massive Star Wars fans out there that may not know. I consider myself a big Star Wars fan, but my fandom lies in the movie universe. I don't read the books, I don't read the comics, I don't watch the cartoons, and I never have. And that's not because I think they're shitty. I'm sure I hear a lot of good things about a lot of different types of comics and books and cartoons. It's just, they just don't interest me. I don't know. Part of it is a mental block because I'm 40 and I'm not really into cartoons anymore, unless it's, Family Guy or something like that. And then the other side is because I'm not a big reader. So, I can read, obviously, but to read books and novels, I'm just not into it. So, my fandom lies in the movie universe. So when I found out that they were going to be doing a live action Star Wars TV show, I was like, oh, okay, this might be my first venture outside of the movie universe into sort of an extended universe for all intents and purposes, on a different medium. And so I'm a little nervous, don't know what to expect, but I was really excited that Jon Favreau was on board. I loved the clip that they played at Star Wars Celebration in April. I don't know if that was ever officially released, because I watched it online off of somebody's cell phone. But nonetheless, I loved the look of that. I thought that was great. And this is our first official trailer. Now, we don't really get anything in terms of the story, but what we do know about this is that it takes place a few years after the end of Return of the Jedi. So the Empire has fallen and the First Order has not yet risen. So it's a really interesting time frame that I don't think has been explored at all. No, it hasn't. Hasn't been explored in the live action medium at all. In the books and comics, I know it has, but certainly not live action. So this is a really cool time frame to explore. And it's really cool because, as far as I know, there's no Jedi, there's no Sith, right? There's no lightsabers. We're following bounty hunters and the underground world of gangs and mafia and all that kind of shit. And I love that concept. And it makes the Star Wars universe bigger, not smaller. And that's really exciting to me. But this trailer definitely is nothing more than, hey, look at this world, right? That's what this trailer is. And I loved it. As a 40-year-old man who grew up with the original, trilogy, this is Star Wars. This is what I wanted to see. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to like the story. That doesn't mean that I'm going to like the show. I could watch the show and think it's the biggest steaming pile of fucking shit of all time. That could happen. But I like the visual look, right? Checkbox, okay, that checkbox or that box is checked. Now let's, hopefully I can check the rest. But I love the shot of the stormtrooper helmets impaled on the spears or the spikes. Love that, right? And I love the symbolism around that as well, because essentially what that is saying is that this is a world, this is a time frame where the Empire no longer exists. They have been defeated. Now, that doesn't mean there aren't certain fractions or people that may still exist that used to work for them or something like that. But in terms of the power they held, they no longer hold that power. And what a great way to show that than the Empire's troopers, right? their helmets impaled on spikes. I mean, nothing says like, you don't fucking run this show anymore, you motherfuckers, like taking your helmet and putting it on, spikes. I'm sure that if Disney wasn't in charge of this, and maybe if it was a different world we lived in, just pretend those are actually heads. That's essentially what that is. Now, Disney can't actually put somebody's chopped off heads on a bunch of different spikes. It's Disney. It's got to appeal to kids. So they kind of have to split the difference. But that is essentially what that is symbolizing. And that is awesome. And just the lived in world, how practical it feels, and organic and tangible. I love that. Now, I'm actually somebody who really liked The Force Awakens. I thought it was what it needed to be to get Star Wars back on track. And that had some grittiness and tangible, practical feel to it as well, a lived in world as well. But of course, we visited quite a few different places, so there was a polish to it at the same time. The Mandalorian just looks, I just can't, it looks like a very lived in, gritty world. And I think that's also partly because of the world in terms of the story that we're going into, right? The underground world, and the gangs and the bounty hunters and the money that's being tossed around and the stakes that are at stake essentially. So it's a very dirty world, literally and figuratively, and I really like that a lot. I love the ships, the way the ships look. I love that shot where there's that ship. It's going over that landmass or something, and you can see all like the cracks in the landmass, whatever that was there. Awesome shot. Love that. There was not one thing, not one frame, not one shot that I went, no. Even Carl Weathers, Apollo Creed himself, I was like, hey, all right, let's do it. Even the human characters, the few human characters we saw. Yep, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. This has the potential to be something really special. Doesn't mean it's going to be, right? Doesn't mean that at all. I mean, the job of trailers is to get you excited. But damn, man, for my first venture out into the broader Star Wars universe away from the movies, I'm really excited about this. And I don't have Disney Plus yet, obviously, but I'm going to have to get it because that's the only way I'm going to be able to see it. I'm just trying to think. Just everything about it. I love the way our main protagonist looks. The bounty hunter, I love the outfit, how it's Boba Fett-esque and how it's like, oh, that's what, he's probably a part of some group. And just the world, the underworld of scum and villainy. Like that is essentially what we're going into here. The underworld of scum and villainy. And I'm excited to see this. And I think I'm more excited because it's live actions. Anyways, folks, my name's Dave McRae. Comment below and let me know your thoughts. What did you think of the first official trailer for The Mandalorian? Did you like it? Did you not like it? I mean, keep in mind, this is just a, hey, look at what this world is like trailer, right? There's no doubt there will be another one before November the 12th that will drop, that will tell us a bit more about what to expect in terms of the overall story from that first season. But I would love to know. Also, keep in mind, I don't believe they are going to be releasing this show all at once. I think they're going to be releasing each episode a week at a time. So for you people out there that are used to binging and that maybe did not grow up in a world where you could not do that, I don't know. Is that an issue? I mean, I grew up in a world where we'd watch a TV show and we'd have to wait till the next week. So it really, was not a big deal. So for me, it's not a big deal. But for those of you that maybe are a bit younger in your 20s or teens, that's all you know. How do you feel about that? Are you okay with watching the first episode and then waiting a week to watch the next one? Comment below and let me know, because I think that's what they're going to do. That's what I read today. So, interesting. I don't know. I'm excited. This looks really good. So far, so good. All right. Hey, if you want to follow me on Facebook, you can at facebook.com/manythingsdavemccrae. That's where I tend to post in the meantime and in between time, and I'm not posting here. All my links are in the description. Check them out if you want. If not, well, whatever. It's not a really big deal. All right. I'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers.